The year was 1978. The air hung heavy with the oppressive summer humidity of Dayton, Ohio, a thick, cloying blanket that seemed to amplify the unease settling over the community. A young girl, just 13 years old, vanished into the ether, her name etched into the annals of unsolved mysteries like a scar on the collective consciousness of the city. Her name was Sharon Lynn Pretorius, and the story of her disappearance remains a chilling testament to the darkness that can lurk beneath the seemingly placid surface of everyday life. This is her story, a narrative woven from fragments of memory, unanswered questions, and the enduring pain of absence. Sharon Lynn Pretorius was, by all accounts, a typical 13-year-old girl, standing on the precipice of adolescence, a period brimming with the vibrant energy of youth and the boundless promise of a future yet to be written. She lived in Dayton, Ohio, a city with its own distinct character, a place of tree-lined streets and close-knit neighborhoods that, on the surface, exuded a sense of safety and familiarity. Like many teenagers of her era, Sharon possessed a burgeoning sense of responsibility, a budding purpose, and an eager desire for the independence that comes with navigating the world on one's own terms. This drive manifested in a common pursuit for youngsters seeking a little spending money and a nascent taste of adult responsibility. She worked a newspaper route. It was a routine task, a familiar rhythm in her young life, one she likely performed without a second thought. A predictable journey through the familiar streets of her neighborhood, collecting modest sums from her customers. But on that fateful day in 1978, this ingrained routine took a sharp, devastating turn, and the very streets she knew like the back of her hand became the chilling backdrop for a terrifying and unimaginable reality. The exact date of Sharon's disappearance remains a point of contention, a detail lost to the encroaching mists of time and the often incomplete record-keeping of the era. Yet, what is undeniably known is that Sharon set out that day to perform her newspaper route, a duty she undertook with the diligent conscientiousness of a responsible young person. She went to collect money, her small pockets likely filled with the crisp order slips and the hopeful anticipation of a successful day's work. She was last seen somewhere within the geographical confines of her newspaper route, a detail that would come to haunt investigators and her heartbroken family for decades to come, a recurring phantom in their nightmares. What she did, what she saw, and what she encountered during those final moments of her known existence are the critical, agonizingly missing pieces of a puzzle that has never been fully assembled. These pieces are lost to history, irrevocably taken by an unknown force. The initial alarm was raised when Sharon failed to return home. Her family, at first, harbored the natural, albeit hopeful, assumption that she was merely delayed, perhaps chatting with a neighbor or encountering a minor hitch in her rounds. But as the hours stretched on, and the late afternoon sun began its slow descent towards the horizon, casting long, distorted shadows across the lawn, their initial mild concern began to morph into a gnawing anxiety, and then into sheer, unadulterated panic. The simple, almost mundane act of collecting money for newspapers had, in the space of a few hours, transformed into a waking nightmare. Their carefully constructed world, so recently filled with the laughter and presence of their 13-year-old daughter, had been violently shattered. Their daughter, their sister, their friend was gone. The police were notified with a desperate urgency, and an immediate search commenced. Flyers, bearing Sharon's bright, innocent face, were printed with haste, their stark black and white images soon plastered on countless telephone poles, becoming grim markers of a community's collective despair. The community itself, a tapestry of neighbors and friends, rallied together with a powerful surge of unity, hoping against hope that their combined efforts, their fervent prayers, and their widespread search would bring Sharon home safe and sound. But as the sun dipped below the horizon, painting the sky with hues of orange and purple that seemed to mock their growing dread, the search yielded nothing but empty streets and unanswered questions. The initial flicker of optimism began to wane, replaced by a heavy, suffocating sense of dread, a gnawing, persistent fear that something unspeakably terrible had indeed happened. The current status of the case is, with a profound and devastating sadness, still unsolved. Years have passed, seasons have turned, and yet there have been no arrests, no convictions, and crucially, no confirmed leads that have definitively. The intricate details of what happened to Sharon, the precise circumstances of her disappearance, and the identity, if any, of any perpetrators remain inextricably shrouded in a thick veil of mystery. The case serves as a stark, agonizing reminder of the inherent fragility of life and the profound, immeasurable impact that the unexplained vanishing of a loved one can have on a family, a community, and even the broader societal psyche. The absence of closure leaves a deep, indelible wound that, over time, never truly heals, festering with unanswered questions and the phantom ache of what might have been. The hope of one day finding Sharon, or at the very least, uncovering the unvarnished truth of what transpired on that fateful summer day, remains the unwavering driving force that continues to inspire her grieving family and the dedicated investigators who have never entirely abandoned the pursuit of justice. The impact of Sharon's disappearance reverberates far beyond the immediate circle of her family and closest friends. It sends chilling ripples through the entire Dayton community, a stark and unsettling reminder of the potential dangers that can, without warning, emerge from the shadows of everyday life. Her absence leaves a gaping, emotional void in the very fabric of the community, a space that can never truly be filled. It serves as a somber, cautionary tale, prompting vital and often difficult discussions about child safety, the importance of neighborhood vigilance, and the critical need to report even the slightest hint of suspicious behavior. It also underscores with undeniable force the ongoing need for sustained investment in law enforcement, in providing adequate resources to those tasked with protecting the public, and in the relentless advancement of forensic science. The case stands as a chilling testament to the darkest depths of human capacity for evil, but also, paradoxically, to the enduring, indomitable strength of the human spirit. It is a constant, nagging reminder of the unanswered questions that continue to haunt the victims' families and the tireless investigators who have worked, often with little reward or recognition, to bring some semblance of peace and justice to Sharon and those who loved her. In conclusion, the case of Sharon Lynn Pretorius is a tragically unsettling testament to the hidden darkness that can, and unfortunately does, exist within our world. The unknown details surrounding her disappearance, the profoundly frustrating lack of definitive answers, and the immense emotional toll it has irrevocably taken on her family and the Dayton community make this a case that desperately, profoundly begs for resolution. The fragile hope that one day, the truth will finally be illuminated, and the answers they have so desperately sought will be at last unearthed, still persists, a flickering candle in the overwhelming darkness. The search for Sharon, in spirit and in the ongoing quest for answers, continues, serving as a beacon of hope, a testament to the unwavering resilience of the human spirit, and a solemn, heartbreaking reminder of a young life that was stolen far, far too soon. The case is a profound reminder of the inherent value of every single life, the indispensable importance of community connection and mutual support, and the undeniable power of persistent hope in the face of overwhelming, seemingly insurmountable adversity. May the search for answers, for closure, and for peace continue, echoing through the years until the truth is finally brought to light.